Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor and linked to today. I just got a notification that you can go on there and buy Cerberus and SpaceX today. SpaceX has not been on this platform much, but I think it goes real quick when it is. So that link to is my sponsor. Just wanted to let you know that was going on today. Okay. I warned you in the last video when the AMMs first launched to don't rush to go start doing stuff with this stuff. There's always bugs and stuff like that when anything first comes out, whether it's an iPhone or anything else. So then Ripple put this out. We've identified a discrepancy in a few AMM pools in which transactions are not executing as intended. Our engineering team's working to resolve the issue alongside community participants. Out of an abundance of caution, it's best not to deposit new funds into AMM pools for now, and those holding LP tokens consider redeeming them. We'll provide updates on this thread as soon as possible. So, little hiccups in the scheme of things, it won't mean much. eGrag Crypto, XRP price 3 digits is what he's pointing to. Guess what? Despite the recent hiccup, XRP automated market maker bug, our faith in XRP remains unshaken. Journey towards Valhalla continues. Take a peek at the chart below and try to guess the 3-digit price nestled in the green box. The lucky winner who gets it right will walk away with a bounty of 300 XRP. Well, that number right there, the green box, looks to me, is that 140? Looks like maybe that's $140. And that would be the 3-digit price. XRP wave 10, 1 to 120. The 10th W pattern is exceptionally well aligned with the current market setup, signaling a potentially significant move. Target price remains consistent. Non-logarithmic $1, logarithmic 1.2. Appreciate the enlightenment positions as early adopters in this space. Then Dark Defender comes in. Despite the negativity, XRP is closing its 3-month candle in March by breaking the multi-year resistance. There is 1 week left to close the last candle. Above it, the initial targets will be $1.88 to $5.85, which would be an all-time high. Enjoy your day. Here is this is a guy at the Bitwise co-founder at Anthony Pompliano's thing in New York.
What that represents is a whole new class of investors who feel they've heard about Bitcoin for a long time, but finally in 2024, they can participate, they can access it. I almost sometimes think of it as being a bit like Bitcoin's IPO. You know, maybe you've heard of AI, you've heard of OpenAI, but for most people, even though you're hearing about it, you can't necessarily invest in what's happening there until OpenAI goes public one day. And for many investors, Bitcoin has been like that. Particularly a lot of our clients that are wealth management firms or institutional investors, they've been interested, but now with the Bitcoin ETF, like the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF, they can get access. And so we've seen a huge amount of uptake in the 9 or 10 weeks since they launched.
Okay. Then we have this. Now remember Oliver Michel, he is once again telling the truth that the American financial media refuses to tell. Here he's talking about TikTok. He's got a Charles Gasparino tweet and a Steven Nerioff tweet that he's showing, and he's going over this.
Das hat natürlich bei uns in unserer Szene, in der Kryptoszene, alle Alarmglocken zum Läuten gebracht, weil, hoppla, die USA macht ja plötzlich etwas gegen China, wenn die dominieren. Nämlich hier in diesem Fall die Informationsdistribution. Und das hat diesen Steven Nerioff auf den Plan gerufen. Auch den haben wir ausführlich besprochen, wer das ist. Knowledge Block Nummer 34. Und der sagt, lieber Charles, hier geht es nicht nur um TikTok. Es geht auch um Ethereum, you name it. Und es geht darum, die wollen nicht nur die Information dominieren, sondern die wollen auch das Finance und Monetary System dominieren. Und da spielt Ethereum und Prometheum eine entscheidende Rolle. Das haben wir ja auch schon alles im Knowledge Block Nummer 10 ausführlich beschrieben. Und das sollte man auch mal drauf gucken. Und diese unglückliche Situation hinsichtlich Krypto und China ist entstanden, weil die SEC beide Augen geschlossen hat und fordert den Gary Gensler aus, da endlich mal ein bisschen Licht ins Dunkel zu bringen. Also da braut sich was zusammen und es ist interessant zu sehen, die USA kann aktiv werden, wenn sie wollen. Hier wollten sie es. Hier halten sie sich noch sehr defensiv.
Okay, and then that wasn't all. You know how, well, do you remember how CNBC back in 2018, they used to show us how to buy XRP, and someone came in and shut CNBC down about talking about XRP at all, because ever since then they won't talk about it at all. Back then they totally got it, but then somewhere in between somebody told them, hey, tell your audience you just don't get it. And they've spent the last 5 years ignoring XRP. They'll pump anything. They'll pump Solana for you. They'll pump Dogcoin for you, but they will not talk about XRP. So here, Oliver Michel is talking about the XRP charts, what CNBC, when they were being honest, used to do.
Bei XRP warten wir auch nach wie vor noch auf Entscheidungen, die einiges an Geduld herausfordern, weil
XRP ist auch eine eigene Welt unter der großen Überschrift XRP Army. Finanzbranche ein bisschen abgegrenzt vom Rest. Für diejenigen, die sich mit XRP auseinandersetzen, intensiver auseinandersetzen, sei gesagt, am 22.03., also am kommenden Freitag, ist der Automatic Market Maker ein ganz wichtiges Feature, das Ripple XRP in eine neue Dimension hineinkatapultieren kann, am Start. Wichtig ist dieses Datum auch vor diesem Hintergrund. Wir hatten ja gesagt, dass die SEC bei Ripple angefragt hat, wie waren eure Institutional Sales, um darauf aufsetzend eventuell ein Strafmaß festzulegen, weil die Institutional Sales waren ja Security Sales und die sind damals nicht entsprechend deklariert worden. Das heißt, die SEC gibt am 22.03. ein erstes Feedback, einen Monat später läuft dann die Frist von Ripple aus, um ein Feedback zu geben und einen Monat später dann wiederum die Frist für die SEC und das könnte möglicherweise im positiven Sinne der Anfang vom Ende sein, vom Ende dieses ewigen Rechtsstreits und das könnte natürlich dann auch im Sinne dieser Bewegung hier die entsprechende Explosion nach oben geben. Also im Moment tut sich nicht viel. Man muss davon ausgehen und hoffen, dass er nicht unter die 60 US-Cent fällt. Wir hatten letzten Montag von morgens früh 5, glaube ich, bis nachts um 12 hatten wir innerhalb weniger Stunden mal 30%. Das ist diese Spitze hier. Da habe ich schon gedacht, okay, jetzt kann ich mich mit einer breiten Brust am kommenden Montag hier hinstellen. Aber es ist dann auch wieder zurückgekommen und auch hier gilt, wie immer gesagt, Geduld hier in diesem Bereich. Es kann durchaus noch ein bisschen hin und her gehen, bevor es dann vor dem Hintergrund auch solcher Entwicklungen nach oben gehen kann und XRP auch gegenüber den anderen beiden hier aufholt.
He gets it. I don't think he's going to be able to make XRP Las Vegas. I talked to Brad Combs, and Brad said that I think his daughter's coming, but he couldn't make it for some reason. Now, check this out, and then we'll talk about XRP Las Vegas for a minute. Folks, if you think, now remember, Anthony Scaramucci, he was in the, I think the Trump White House, okay? And I think he was fired. I don't remember what happened, but anyway, he said he was fired in one of these clips. But this video you're about to see, this is why I'm here. Because digital assets and XRP is not about the little stuff to me. It's never been about that. And I'm going to get more into that in DAIXRP.com. I'm here because Ripple is no ordinary company. I'm here because XRP is no ordinary digital asset. I'm here because it never was Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a distraction. And I think the guys that are in the know, they know that Bitcoin is what they were going to be able to make a bunch of money on in the interim until the real stuff shows up with the real world utility. But here, this is him recounting a story in the White House. Well, he's in the White House, and this is what he sees.
And I said, yeah, I'm an institutional investor. I don't really get it. And, seems ridiculous. And then I went to the White House, and I spent 11 days in the White House. And this happened on a Wednesday. And the reason I know it was a Wednesday, I was only there for one Wednesday. So I know it was a Wednesday. And I was in the Roosevelt Room, which is off the Oval Office. And there were two Fed representatives, and they were presenting a white paper on the potential digitization of the US dollar. You can go back, this was July of 2017, and I walked into the meeting and they were explaining what they wanted to do. And of course, it didn't happen, but I said, wait a minute, the blockchain? I said, blockchain. And these two young men were owners of Bitcoin, and they believed in the blockchain. And I remember saying to myself, okay, I've got to understand this better. The Winklevoss.
Yeah, and guess what? The two guys that are presenting a white paper, they weren't talking about building a digital dollar on Bitcoin, because you can't. He knows that, which is why I say these guys, Bitcoin is just the entry point. That is, and that's what he knows. He's not saying the other part. Why? And that's the most interesting thing about this whole thing, is they never talk. They always stop at Bitcoin. And you're telling me, for a fact that it can't be built on, the digital dollar can't be built on Bitcoin. So why is he not exploring or interested? Oh, okay, they're going to build these on, what are they building it on? You telling me this guy doesn't know those things? You better believe he does.
Probably right. I'm obviously dense. I went back to my office. I wrote down some notes. About 4 days later, I got fired. About 5 days after that, I bought the URL skybridgebitcoin.com. And then I got very frightened because I was like, okay, it's probably not the right thing to do. I've got all these institutional investors. So I made a list. I said 3 things have to happen for me to buy my first Bitcoin. And number 1, Bitcoin has to get to or close to 100 million wallets, because therefore there would be a network effect and it would have an exponential expansion. Second thing I had to get comfortable with was regulation. I had to believe that the United States wouldn't ban Bitcoin or do something nefarious to Bitcoin. And so if you really study US property law, once the IRS said that Bitcoin was intangible property, I knew we were fine. I knew that there would be no way that a regulator, a czarist regulator, like a Gary Gensler, could block something like this. Just the court system in the US, the common law system, would protect you. And then the third thing is I had to get comfortable with a custody if I was going to buy 9 figures worth of Bitcoin. And so when all of that materialized in November of 2020, we started buying Bitcoin. I don't know, it was probably 17, 18, 19,000.
Now, folks, that's big picture stuff of what's really going on. And that's what XRP, the largest XRP conference in the world, that's the kind of stuff that's going to be talked about at this conference. Gold, the petrodollar, these type of adult topics are what is going to be discussed. Andy Schectman, as you can see, has been added to the list. Kevin Maloney, CEO of iTrustCapital. Just look at the people. You got head of sales from Link2. You got Jeremy Hogan. You got Robin O'Connell, CEO of Enterprise at Uphold. Nancy Beaton, John Deaton, Joe Indoso, CEO of Link2. Farron Pratt, CEO of Piercist. James Meta Lawman's going to be there. Lynette Zhang. You got Jason Cousins, who's the CEO of Glint. So you're going to have, now you got 3 gold people, and you got an ex-CFTC chair. The adults are going to be in the room. There's a reason this is the largest XRP conference in the world, folks. And we're about to go into DAI XRP. Well, before all the links to, I talked to Brad Combs, and this thing's selling out fast. The links to all of this are in my description of this video. But if you want a discount, you can join DAIXRP.com. The discount is posted at the top, the discount link. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family. Here we go.